Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the next 3 months. So this will cover the period of time between July, August, and September. If you're more of a business person, this would be Q3 or quarter 3 of 2022. With that said, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let me get a shuffle in here. Now I'm using the Gilded Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, and the Higher Self Affirmation cards. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to purchase them for yourself. It is still the case that less than 50% of the people who watch my content have not yet hit the subscribe button. So if you do watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let me make sure everything's in view here. That looks just about good enough to me. We'll also take 3 of these higher self cards here to clarify as we go along. All right. Energy on the bottom, Sagittarius. You have the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is really a nice card of it's a nice card in that it is a card of competition, but it's a nice card in that this person is standing their ground. Okay, they are sticking up for what they believe to be true for them and not letting the outside or the noise or the external situation hold them back or take them off their path. It is a card of competition. Competition is a challenging energy. Reason being is competition, while it does propel us to do amazing things, it also brings out the worst in us as humans. And you probably know, right? You probably know if you've ever been in like a competitive work environment or a competitive environment, maybe with your sibling or, you know, a friend or whatever the case may be. It can be very challenging, and it can lead us to do and say things that are maybe not in a high alignment or a high vibration. But again, it does help propel us forward. So you have this energy of standing your ground, which is great, and also of maybe having to deal with competition around you. And let's see what this may be about here for you, Sagittarius, over the next 3 months. So in the overall message, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card that says there are results on the way. This is a major energy of results. I really like this for you here with starting off with the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. For you, it's like, the Knight of Pentacles can talk about like through like production or in producing, you will see results, right? And through hard work, you will see results. In having a high level of output or production, you will be accurately or appropriately rewarded. And the Knight of Pentacles truly is wealth or abundance or success in the material realm that comes out of hard work or high production even. This is somebody who is really like dependable is a big word associated with the Knight of Pentacles. If you give this person a task, they will always complete the task. And so putting this together here, I love to see this for you showing up as your overall message, because knights in tarot can represent events, not just results, but in this case, but also events, things happening. And the Knight of Pentacles is a knight that many people in the tarot like to see because it's the one associated with material situations. So how might this look for you here? Well, in this case, I get the sense that for some of you here, you have, with the Seven of Wands energy, you've had something that maybe, you have really had to defend yourself on. You have something here that you've really had to sort of stand your ground with. You may even have had like a unique idea or some idea that other people may not really see the value in, and you, despite what was going on externally, you have stood your ground and stuck with something. So let's dive into this a little bit more. Now, in the month of July, you have the King of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles here. So this is just a friendly reminder as we have 3 kings on the board here that these are just energies. I do not attach genders to the cards, so these are masculine and feminine energies here. We do have a more masculine energy here as we have 3 kings, 2 knights showing up here, but whatever the case, regardless, this is, you potentially seeing career or financial success in doing something different, in going somewhere new, in embracing an adventure, okay? And I say in going somewhere new and embracing an adventure because you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands says that you are potentially ready for a grand adventure. This can be a major card of you moving to a new zip code, moving to a new location. But remember, we're talking about results and rewards here showing up with the Knight of Pentacles kind of anchoring this reading in the middle. And with the Knight of Wands kind of there with it, this is either you kind of approaching something as an adventure. This is you maybe going to a new place or kind of breaking out of your shell or doing something new. Or what the Knight of Wands can also indicate is potentially you recognizing that you are a true jack of all trades here, Sagittarius. You have so many skills to kind of bring to the table. You have so many different skills and talents and things that you can offer to your employer or to the world, to the collective, or whatever the case may be. And so whether you're self-employed or you work for somebody, you have a lot to offer. You have the King of Cups above, which is really this idea of sort of being still through chaos or kind of being still through external situations that may be challenging. I keep saying external situations, and I do feel like there is something going on externally here for some of you that over the next 3 months you are kind of calmly working through at this time. The King of Cups makes a really level-headed approach and takes a sort of level-headed approach to solve problems and to solve disputes. You have this King of Pentacles as well. This is somebody who likes to climb the career ladder, or just somebody who has the energy of like being well off, well-to-do, or successful, which is why I was saying like for you, you're getting success and results through this King of Pentacles, but also through this Knight of Wands. What I should also suggest is as we have 3 kings, 2 knights, and a page here, there are a lot of people showing up over the next 3 months for you here, Sagittarius. And so it's going to be very important that you sort of trust your gut on the advice that you take. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take advice from people, but what I am saying is make sure you're also keeping your needs in kind of in the back of your mind, in the back of your pocket here, and making sure that your needs are also kind of being, are kind of being at the forefront when you're dealing with, your own situation, right? Obviously. So don't blindly follow advice that you have a bad feeling about, is what I feel like saying. In the month of August, you have the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So wow. So I really like to see what we have here for you, Sagittarius. There's definitely, you have a combination that I look for when I'm looking for something when I'm looking for somebody who has like high skill or talent. The 8 of Pentacles is the major card of talent in the tarot. You can see that they have a lot to offer. They have a lot to bring to the table here as they are sort of they are sitting at their table wrapping up their latest creation. There are other creations here hanging up on the ceiling above them, and they are really the embodiment of somebody who is skilled, who is talented, who is resourceful. They're also, if you notice here, they are working away late at night. And so this is another card of hard work. Sagittarius, you are working awfully hard here with the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and now the 8 of Pentacles as well showing up. So I definitely feel like hard work is in alignment for you, Sagittarius, here as well. But it's not just hard work, it's also involving a talent that you have or a skill that you have. It is interesting, I talked about at the beginning of this, as you had that 7 of Wands, you standing your ground. I do think it's because some of you have this unique or unusual idea, and it's probably involving a talent. But I also think that some of you are maybe standing your ground with other people, and that's probably more in alignment for more people watching this, because take a look at this middle row. It's all people, right? So this middle row here is like your day-to-day, And so it's almost like Monday through Friday, you're dealing with people, right? Like Monday through Sunday, you're dealing with people. In a 7-day week, you may, have to deal with a new person every week or something like that here. And through that, there may be situations where you have to use a level head with the King of Cups to solve problems and to solve issues here. So standing your ground in that way, and standing your ground and doing it in a sort of quiet confidence, in a way that you kind of have this quiet confidence about you, is what I feel like saying. You have the Page of Cups as well. Page of Cups talks about potentially some sort of happy offer or offer of happiness or even offer of love coming in for you. I don't feel a whole lot of love energy on the board. We really only have we have 3 Cups cards, but they're not really, other than the Page of Cups, the other Cups cards are not really heavy love cards. And so I feel like this is something more about you making this movement towards success and results with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, and along with that movement, like getting offers along the way. Now, in the month of September, you have the 5 of Cups, you have the King of Swords, and you have the Sun. So I do love this reading. There's really only one challenging card, which is this 5 of Cups card. 5 of Cups can be like somebody who's maybe sitting in disappointment here. You can see that they are sort of going through it, right? They're kind of going through it at the moment. And they are really focused on the 3 cups that are spilled, the 3 cups that are empty, but they don't recognize that there are 2 cups behind them overflowing and upright, which is a good sign in the tarot. And so when you get the 5 of Cups, it always says, look on the bright side, Sagittarius, look on the bright side of life. You have this King of Swords. The King of Swords is somebody who is really kind of authoritative. This is the energy of leadership. And also there is something about you being a quiet leader, or like a quiet confidence about you that almost has never come in my readings, but quiet confidence or quiet leadership here, being a silent leader, is kind of, and what I mean by that is kind of allowing your actions to speak, like actions speak louder than words type of deal here. I feel like is something that's coming in for you heavy over the next 3 months, and kind of just, embodying what you're saying, right? And actually doing what you're saying is what I feel like is coming forward here. Lastly, you have the Sun, which for me is always a good sign in a tarot reading. This is my favorite card to find, or for me, I should say, not necessarily my favorite, but what I should say is that this is, when I see this in a reading, it's the best card, because the Sun is an extremely powerful energy, right? If you take note here on the card, the planets revolve around the Sun, meaning that there is a whole lot of gravity, but there's also a whole lot of power associated in this card. And you can use that power to sort of shine a light on whatever it is that you're looking to bring into the world. The Sun represents happiness, abundance, joy, success, and is also a card of truth, okay? Sagittarius, you are the ruler of truth in the zodiac. You are the ruler of truth. So over the next 3 months, I would challenge you to find what is truthful, right? Find what is truthful in your life and go for that. And I think this is something to do with success and results in a talent as well, and standing your ground in the face of adversity. If someone says, no, Sagittarius, you shouldn't be doing that, or why are you doing that, or why are you leaving to do this, or why are you leaving to do that, it's because you have a good reason for it, and you don't necessarily need to justify that to someone else. You just know, right? And so what is true for you? What do you know to be true? Let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 cards here. Okay, so you have healing. I am insourcing healing to my powerful mind, body, spirit. Know thyself, heal thyself, love thyself. I like that for you. And then you have belonging. I give all of myself permission to belong. All of you belongs everywhere. And then you also have surrender. Let go of the need to know everything. There is no need to know everything. This is a big one, right? Especially if you're somebody like me who loves tarot. Tarot's amazing, but tarot is just one part of it, right? And as much as I'd love for this to be the case, we can't get all of the answers from tarot, right? We can't get all of the answers from astrology. We can't get all of the answers from our pendulum or whatever we use, right? We can't get all of the answers from the news. We can't get all of the answers from a textbook or one single person, right? And so sometimes we have to just surrender instead of trying to know everything. And just know that the answer will come to you when it's supposed to come to you, right? And this is this idea of alignment, making sure that you are getting into nice alignment for yourself so that those answers come in without you needing to know everything ahead of time. Let's see what else we have. You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Judgment card. You have the Hierophant. King of Pentacles, that's 4 kings. Wow, you have the Ace of Swords. And you have the 3 of Wands. So some of you here are, how do I say this? It's like I'm looking at that King of Pentacles twice. Some of you are like, your success in life is very, very, very important to you. If you take a look here, you can see that the king is surrounded by abundance, right? There is a castle behind them. They are wearing this outfit that has fruit on it. Fruit represents sustainability and sustenance. And they're surrounded by all of these crops. Crops represent abundance. Castles represent actually rewards as well, rewards and riches. And so this person has kind of achieved all of that in their life. You have this twice with this idea of the Ace of Pentacles. And it's almost like some of you, it's like you're almost there. Like you've almost cracked the code, or you've almost kind of figured out what the code is. And the reason I say that is because we have this idea here of you standing your ground and not giving up. At this time with the 7 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, getting something off the ground, planting the seed and seeing it grow. You have another ace here as well, which is kind of like this idea of divine success or divine intervention, or kind of this spark. It's not really a spark, but I feel like saying spark, so I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe it's because I'm talking to Sagittarius people, but the fire energy, even though this is an air card. But it's sort of like, it's like you're almost there. Like the fire, the ignition is almost on, right? Like the ignition is almost turning. And you kind of at this last stage here with the Judgment, which is the Judgment card asks you to just get real with yourself in preparation for completing the task of the world. It's number 20 of 21 in the Major Arcana. It says you're basically there, but you do need to kind of turn the looking glass inward and turn the looking glass towards yourself and say, okay, what am I missing? You know, is there something that I'm not being honest with myself about? And as soon as I identify that, let's come up with a plan to figure it out. And I feel like this is very important. What do you know is true for you, right? And I was talking about over the next 3 months, it's going to be very important that you connect with the truth, Sagittarius. You have the Hierophant and the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is also a card of adventure, kind of like expansion, growth on the horizon, and getting sort of excited, getting fired up for the next adventure. And the Hierophant is kind of this idea of like traditional knowledge or something that is traditional. But I feel like you are doing something that is non-traditional. And I think some of you are more about expansion and kind of exploration and doing something that might be outside the norm. And I feel like that's pretty exciting to you. So that's kind of what I have here. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.